Not too long ago, Irsay family has owned this organization in Baltimore and here in Indianapolis. She and her two other sisters run this organization. Second down and 5. Jones. Up the middle it goes. Good catch, Pittman. On the fly, brought down by Moss. Picks up 13. It's another first down. They're up to the 42. Michael Pittman.
Well, and the thing is this isn't something that Daniel Jones does a lot of or has had a lot of background in. The RPOs. Shane Steichen last season called more RPOs than any other head coach or play caller with the offense that they were running at that time. So they want to incorporate and still use some of those plays. We've seen it a few times today, but not nearly as much as what we saw a year ago.
42-yard line, the fake to Taylor. The block by Bordenelli going deep down the sideline, incomplete, looking for Mitchell. And the coverage there by Riley Moss. Second down and 10. This drive has seen Warren catch one for 9. Taylor a run at 10. Pittman moments ago caught one for 11. And the number of yards in this game for Daniel Jones right at 300 for the day, 20 of 28.
And Kevin, I'm all right with that. Every now and then you got to take the top off the defense just to keep the defense honest, because a lot of their stuff they've been doing recently has been underneath. That time you go over the top, it reminds the defense, hey, we can take this down the field if we choose to.
Second down and 10. Nelson helps the block over Ryman, caught here by Downs and grabbed on the tackle by Singleton. It's a gain of 5. Singleton, some kind of story. ACL tear early last season. He's come back. He began in the CFL. He's also fractured his thumb. He did it this summer, and he fractured it again in camp, and he's got that big brace on that left hand, on that left thumb. But they say he can still catch.
Hey, as a tackler, the way that it's just brilliant, but it does make it more difficult when you're trying to wrap up or grab or for this instance, catch onto a football. But other stuff they've been doing recently has been underneath. That time you go over the top, it reminds the defense, hey, we can take this down the field if we choose to.
Second down and 10. Nelson helps the block over Ryman, caught here by Downs and grabbed on the tackle by Singleton. It's a gain of 5. Singleton, some kind of story. ACL tear early last season. He's come back. He began in the CFL. He's also fractured his thumb. He did it this summer, and he fractured it again in camp, and he's got that big brace on that left hand, on that left thumb. But they say he can still catch.
Hey, as a tackler, the way that it's just brilliant, but it does make it more difficult when you're trying to wrap up or grab or for this instance, catch onto a football. But
Downs on the move, 3rd down and 5, and the quick cross and drilled on the play by Jones. And the gain to the 50, shy of the first by 2, 4th and 2 and a flag. Back where he was passing.
Well, last time around midfield, they went for it on 4th down. That's what's going to make this decision difficult for Sean Payton. Do you take the holding call? Do you take the holding call and make it 3rd and long?
Holding, offense, number 72. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is 4th down.
So basically, he's saying by declining it, let's see what you do on 4th down if you're going to go for it on 4th and 2. And
they are.
That's exactly what they're doing.
All right. Do you like this call?
I think I would have pushed them back. But knowing that they went for it last time on 4th down. Now, Denver did stop them on 4th down right at midfield.
They did.
So maybe he's thinking, well, we stopped them before. We're going to stop them again and get great field position.
Here we go. 4th down and 2. Taylor the back. Mo Alley-Cox on the move. Jones to the air. Blitzes on. Here comes Ellis. Incomplete. Denver's defense holds. On downs, it goes back to the Broncos. Indy now 0 of 2 on 4th downs. The blitz was on. Jonah Ellis off the edge. Blew up that play for Denver's D. Here that CBS has broadcast the NFL longer than any network broadcasting the NFL. Knicks, after the defense on downs, held the offense of the Colts on the move. And a 1st and 10 throw out of bounds, being chased, and a flag thrown. Was he hit? as he was hitting the sideline with the chase there by Tyquan Lewis. Back in the
Personal
day.
foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, rubbing the passer.
Boy, that's a
15-yard
very
penalty.
significant penalty
Automatic
at this
first down.
stage of the game.
Well, we've talked significantly about how, let's see.
He's on the green. You know, it's interesting because a lot of guys will not call that officials.
Right.
Because he's still on the green.
He's still on the field. It's just what the rules are. They're protecting the quarterback. I don't agree with that. It's a different era, and they protect the quarterbacks more. He was still in the field of play, but that's the call.
1st and 10 outside. They go to Dobbins to the 30-yard line and brought down by Joe Bocci.
And as a defender, you have to understand that they're much more sensitive to the protection of the quarterback. So just don't even put a hand on it.
But I think I've seen as many quarterbacks still on the green throw the ball and push like that and no call made,
correct,
as I have what we just saw.
Correct. There's a lot of judgment there.
2nd down 1. What a turn of events for the quarterback, Bo Nix, who won last week, which was the bottom line, but the 3 turnovers uncharacteristic of what he's all about. But today, he has been virtually perfect. Handoff and a big tackle from behind. Adobare comes in and makes the stop on the running back, J.K. Dobbins. It was great to talk with Sean Payton this week about how he plans his game plan for his 2nd-year quarterback. He says it's important for me to know what Bo likes and go accordingly throughout the week.
Well, and really, as a play caller and your quarterback, you need to be on the same page. You need to have the timing of it. When a personnel group comes in a certain down and distance, your quarterback already knows, so he can start processing how he wants to attack the defense.
Bidet, the back, 28 of the Colts, 3rd down 3, Nix to the air. The time, the throw, wobbly, and picked off! Intercepted by Bynum!
Well, just when we were talking about how well Nix has played this game, they show pressure at the line of scrimmage, but they only rush 4. He has time in the pocket, and he has an errant throw that gets intercepted. He short arms it and has to duck his arm underneath. I couldn't figure out why he's been so accurate today, and that one just floated. See how he didn't follow through? He kind of snapped his arm back, afraid that his arm was going to get hit. That caused the ball to float and allowed the interception to happen.
It's Taylor on 1st and 10. Little shimmy up the middle. Moss is there. Couldn't get him down completely. Funga then finishes him off in a burst of 9, and he's right now up to the 18.
Well, first turnover of the day. I know it's a long way to go, but points off of turnovers is a situational part of the game that coaches talk about all the time. How can they respond? How's the defense respond getting on the field? And now how's the offense respond, even though they have a long way to go?
Ooh, DJ Jones slowing up Taylor, but he may have nudged. He did, right by that 1st down marker and out to the 20-yard line. Jonathan Taylor, who has the 3rd most rushing yards in the National Football League since 2021, and back of Henry and Barkley. And he's a 3-time 1,000-yard rusher, and last year 1,431 yards. One of the elite running backs in the NFL.
He is, and here's the thing. He just short yard, and then all of a sudden if he gets a crease, he's got the speed to get a big chunk, to get a big distance, take it all the way.
Daniel Jones, they got by 1. Taylor gets by another. Oh, he's off to the races. A foot races for 10. Here comes Funga. There goes Taylor. Out of bounds at the 9. Oh, what a run. 69 yards.
How about that for timing, Kevin? Unbelievable. They've done a great job of containing him most of the day, keeping it to short gains. There he breaks through a tackle. 2 guys are in position. Singleton and Surtain are in position, but they jump too far to the outside, which allows Taylor to get inside. Hufanga's able to chase him down.
And now Taylor's got 146 rushing yards, tying Eric Dickerson with his 24th 100-yard rushing game. Here's a 1st and 10. Jones on the move and out of bounds. He can run well out of bounds inside the 11 near the 10. 2nd down. What a play by Taylor. Wow. Just electrifying.
Well, and that's why you just keep handing him the ball. It's, you know, at any point in time, he could break off a big play like that. And
so now 24 100-yard games in his career.
Well, and because of where this started, they can get a 1st down inside the 2.
B.J. Giddens, the rookie out of Kansas State, is the back. 2nd down and 9. Doing on the move. Here goes Jones. Warren bobbled it, thrown him back. Incomplete coverage by Locke. It's 3rd and 9 for the Colts, down by 5.
Well, Locke is there to make the hit, but it's Benito that puts the pressure on Jones. He doesn't bite on the fake. He's the one that gets upfield and forces him to throw that behind Warren. It's actually McMillan and Benito that were both on the backside, and good discipline staying back home on that bootleg.
Interception of Nix. Beginning at the 9, now at the 10 of Denver. Almost the length of the field. 3rd and 8 for Daniel Jones. 308 passing yards. Up the middle they come. Almost picked off, incomplete. Almost swiped by Cooper. In the red zone today, Denver has gone 3 of 3. Indy 2 for 5 in terms of touchdowns. And here comes the field goal unit for the Colts.
Well, they're lucky right there. Cooper would have picked that, and I don't know if anybody would have caught him. Just trying to float it to the outside. He had to get rid of the ball. He had no choice but to get rid of the ball, and trying to just put it out into a window there. And great response by the Denver defense after that big run by Taylor.
Schrader from Notre Dame, 28-yard field goal try is pure. And it is a 2-point game, 28-26, 8.5 in the 4th. Broncos still on top. The defense holds them to 3. Plenty of timeouts and plenty of time.
Well, and here's the thing about Bo Nix that we've learned in a short period of time in his NFL career. Even though he's coming off of an interception and the defense responds by holding them to just a field goal, I don't see him as, and from what I've witnessed, any hesitation on his part. He's going to continue to try and attack and push the ball. And it's always important to respond as a quarterback after a turnover and how your teammates see you respond.
14-yard line. This is the running back, R.J. Harvey. And out past the 35. Mel, a 22-yard return.
Well, guys, Cam Bynum and Jonathan Taylor just completely ignited the energy on this Colts sideline. Hugs and high fives all around. Cam Bynum went up and down the benches, hyping up the defense with a huge smile on his face, saying, let's go do it again. And remember, DeForest Buckner told us in our meetings about the leadership and energy he's brought to this team, already making a big impact here in Indianapolis. And the Colts defense has some juice here with just over 8 minutes left in the game.
They do. Charvarius Ward is out today, a concussion. He's their first cornerback. Bynum coming from the free safety to make that pick. Revamped defense for Indy. How does Denver respond? A handoff to J.K. Dobbins, who climbs his way past the 40 and out near the 43. Good 1st down run. Picking up 7 for the Broncos, leading by 2.
Well, a heck of a 1st down run and just pushing the pile. Just taking an inside run, getting physical, pushing him back, and Dobbins just driving his feet.
This offensive line was number 1 in pass block efficiency. 2 tackles, top 4 in protection. 2nd down and 3. Nix. Dobbins dives. And the tackle made by Kenny Moore. He'll be shy of the 1st by a yard.
Well, and they're trying to get loud in here.
It's a pretty big 3rd and 1.
It is a really big, especially, what are we at? Just under almost 7 minutes to go in this game. 2-point game.
Inverse wishbone. 3rd and 1. Nix. First back through.
He gets it.
I think he did get through just by the length of a football. With the run by Dobbins. Past the 45. Chains will move. First down Broncos.
Well, and I like the fact that they tried a hard count first to see if they could get it from a penalty standpoint. You could see the voice inflection and notice what Nix was doing with the cadence. Good discipline by the Colts. But then that quick fullback dive is able to get the first down.
Lou Anarumo, 6 years the defensive coordinator for the Bengals. First here in Indy. At the 46, 1st and 10 for Nix. 3 touchdowns and a pick. Uh-oh. That's trouble. That's trouble. Buckner finally got him. Well, the running back, Dobbins, you saw him pointing.
Yeah, they thought they got him off sides, but nobody moved. You can get into the neutral zone and get back. If nobody in the offense moves to draw that penalty, then you're giving the defense free rein to get back on their side of the ball. And even though Dobbins there is pointing it out, which doesn't help the fake very much.
Ebukam came through first. DeForest Buckner finished him off. Second down, 12. I got Franklin coming wide to the near side. Play clock at 1. Second down, 12. And this will be grabbed, and it's a first down catch by Ingram. Calf injury last week, but he just caught a pass right there. Evan Ingram, that's catch number 500 for him, picks up 12 and a first down for Denver.
Well, and that's a huge conversion. I know it was only second down, but after a loss on first down, the crowd was back into it. You had them on the other side of the 50, but by catching that, getting upfield, getting the first down, now it's quieted things back down. You can get into your offense again.
Franklin on the fly. Dobbins the call. McClinchy the block, and there goes Dobbins. Look at him spin and corkscrew down to the 20. Taylor and Dobbins going yard for yard. 23-yard run, first down Denver. And a flag, a late one. Each team 3 timeouts.
After the play, delay a game, number 27, Denver, with a spike. That's a 5-yard penalty. The play will still result in a first down.
A 23-yard run right there by Dobbins.
Watch the blocking up front. Everybody just pushing the way. The offensive line does a great job, but then they clear it out, and he's able to cut back. But then as he cut backs, he sees the linebacker jump out of his lane, so that gives an open window. And here's the penalty right there with the delay of game.
Back to the 25, 1st and 10. A lot of tight ends. Dobbins the call, cuts outside, Kroll the block, and Redwell flag thrown. As you can see, Franklin was there making the stop defensively for Indy. No gain on the play. It's against the Broncos, as you can see.
Face mask, offense, number 82. It's a 15-yard penalty. Replay first.
Well, that's a huge penalty there. And normally in that area, you're thinking a holding call, but Troutman must have got his hand up in the face mask.
So they were at the 25, and now they're back to the 40, where it's 1st and 25. Harvey the back. And he'll get the call and swallowed up by Grover Stewart. It's a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and long to New York and Adam Shine.
Kevin, the ensuing drive for Philly following Mahomes' red zone pick. Tush push. Philly in Arrowhead. 20-10. Back to you.
Rematch of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, much more low-scoring game than I think a lot of people anticipated.
Second down, 23. We're approaching 4 to play. 3 timeouts apiece. Play clock at 2. Nix gets the call. Bidet with the block. Deflected. Nice play. Tyquan Lewis comes through. Veteran out of Ohio State. Knocks that ball away. 3rd and 23 for Denver.
Well, and I think what you're trying to do right now, an incredible play by Lewis to knock that ball down, because you can see if that's complete, not only you're getting the yardage off the completion, but it's the yards after catch because there's nobody around him out in front. You're maybe going to pick up 5 to 8 yards after that catch. You're really trying to get this down because right now with a 2-point game, you're trying to get more manageable field goal range because a field goal forces the Colts to go down and get a touchdown.
Nix has done a lot of deflected passes. 3rd and 24. They go outside. Franklin looking for blocking and slithers his way inside the 25. Moving well. Buckner chased him down. Pick up a 15. The catch and run.
Good call. Good execution there, Kevin. Get the ball out of your hands quick. Don't worry about them taking a sack and getting knocked out of field goal range. And then the big guys getting in space, creating a lane for Franklin to get it up inside the 25.
Lutz, who last week kicked field goals of 39 and 33, will try a 42-yarder. He had a great pregame warm-up, and to this end was hitting 60, 63, 61. This is 42. The upright, no good. Colts have held. They get the ball.
Wow, I thought it was going to sneak in, Kevin, and then it just clangs right off the upright.
42-yard field goal, the miss by Lutz.
Now all of a sudden you're the Colts. You got 3 timeouts. You got the 2-minute warning. It's a 2-point game, but you have to remember Denver also has 3 timeouts. You want to get down and score, but you also got to manage the clock.
Colts had 13 one-possession games last season, tied for the most in the NFL. That's where we are right now. Taylor on 1st and 10. As he brings it up, Zach Allen at the bottom of the pile makes the stop. Gain of 4 out near the 36. Ticking clock and 3 timeouts, and Schrader gets ready. The kicker, who has been perfect as a pro, has never missed in the NFL. 2nd down and 6. Taylor again. Big blocking ahead, led by Ryman. And Bortolini the center. Plowing ahead, gain of 10, 1st down, 46 of Indy.
Well, and this is an opportunity if you're trying to make a statement as an offensive line. You know that you're going to try and run the football, use up the clock as much as you can. Try and be as physical as you can. Offensive linemen love these moments. They're like, listen, put it on our backs and let it roll. This is going to be the response of the defense. And I know Vance Joseph, he's going to change things up. He's not just going to go 4-man and drop linebackers. At some point in time, he's going to dial some pressure up, but they're going to let this go to the 2-minute warning.
Jonathan Taylor with 160 yards rushing. Daniel Jones with 308 yards passing. The Colts are down by 2. They've got the ball. 3 timeouts. 2-minute warning on CBS. Notre Dame kicker. 3 field goals today. 4 last week. Has never missed in his NFL career. 1st and 10, Jonathan Taylor. They're wrapped up. Allen got him. Got to the 50. Hufunga's over there too. Gain of 4. And the clock is at 1:53 with a timeout.
Denver used up their first timeout, and that time, the previous 2 snaps, they had 4 defensive linemen at the line of scrimmage and the 3 linebackers. This time they had 5 guys along the line of scrimmage with the safety down near the box, understanding that they're going to try and run the ball, and Colts were still able to get off a 4-yard chunk there for Jonathan Taylor.
We've had 1 turnover in the game. That was an interception thrown by Nix. Denver could have extended their lead, but a missed field goal off the upright from 42.
Right now, you got 9 guys there,
Yep.
Kevin.
Second down 6. Taylor again. Trying to pick and poke his way in. Big All-Pro Zach Allen there to meet him. He is drilled and stoned at the line at the 53rd and 6 coming up. Another timeout taken. Denver will take it. 1:50 to go. Taylor has had some kind of day.
It is. It's just been a phenomenal. He gets out of the backfield, gets a big gain right here, sets up a score, and then the touchdown. Similar type of play, and then the big run we saw just a minute ago to set up the last field goal. Breaking the tackle in the backfield, making 2 guys miss. Hufanga actually saves the touchdown because they end up having to settle for a field goal there, but huge day for Jonathan Taylor.
3rd down and 6. Taylor's also got 50 yards receiving, in addition to 164 on the ground.
Well, it looks like you're going to get man coverage, bringing pressure.
It's Jones. They get around Ryman. Throw caught. Grabbed on the play by Pierce. Surtain the tackle. He's inside the 44 and a first down for the Colts. 3rd and 6. They get 7. Jones calmly throws for the first down.
Well, it's a double rub over the top, and Surtain just goes in a trail technique. Watch, he's going to jump behind. He sees the rub coming, so he avoids the rub. But by trying to undercut it to Pierce, Jones knows the heat's coming. Ryman off the backside, trying to stop Benito. He slides to his right to buy a little bit more time, and that gives him enough time to release the ball.
Denver's out of timeouts.
Still, you need more yardage here. At the 42,
Absolutely.
You're talking, what, a 61-yard field goal.
And Schrader at this end, before the game, his longest made was 59. 1st and 10 from the 43 of Denver. Taylor from Jones. Submarining to the 41, gain of 2.
Still 9 guys in the box there.
Yep.
Denver's out of timeouts. Indy's still with all 3. I think you still need to try and get some more yardage here. You know, I know they got a 64-yarder in Dallas to send it to overtime, but help out your kicker as much as possible.
2nd down and 8. 41 of Denver. Broncos out of timeouts, but leading by 2. Taylor the back. Jones to Taylor. Stuffed again. Singleton and others got him. Tillman at the bottom of the pile with the hit. Clock is ticking. 3rd and 7. Ball is outside the 40 of Denver.
I just let this go let the play clock go all the way down. Call timeout. Use up as much time as you can, and then decide what you want to do. You're going to take it down. What would that be? About 16 seconds, 17 seconds when you have to call the timeout. Then
That's
you can
exactly
decide.
what
You can decide what you want to do on 3rd down. If you want to try throwing the ball, come up with your best play to get yourself in the best possible position for your kicker.
And they'll take a timeout. 17 seconds in regulation.
Timeout. Indianapolis.
3rd and 7 for the Colts. Denver out of timeouts. You can see Colts have 2. And the last time this Indianapolis team started 2-0 back in 2009.
Well, Kevin, you got to think right here that Denver is going to bring it. They're going to do whatever they can to try and knock it out of field goal range, push it back out of field goal range, force a quick throw, cause a turnover, something. I don't see them just sitting back and saying, you know, we're just going to allow you to get 1-2 yards, make the tackle, and try the field goal.
Schrader, by the way, his longest in the NFL, 48 yards. That was last week. He did make a 54-yarder twice at Notre Dame. He prepares. Taylor in the backfield.
Look at all the bodies. All 11 defenders are within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Taylor 3rd and 7, wrapped up, taken down. Cooper was there. Sternad was there. Big play. Clock will tick. They'll call a timeout. And young second-year kicker Spencer Schrader, 2 years out of Notre Dame, on his 3rd NFL team,
Oh, he's going to have a 60-yarder to try and win this thing.
In his 7th NFL game ever, who has never missed a field goal in the NFL, is lining up with a chance for a walk-off win. You can see where he's made today. Last week, a career-long 48.
Kevin, we thought we were going to have a good one today. I don't know if we thought it was going to come down to the last play.
It's a 60-yard attempt. And again, in pregame warm-ups, at this end, his longest was 59. Rhodes will snap. Sanchez will hold. And the kick is no good! Denver's gonna win! Denver's gonna win!
Oh, is there a penalty down in the middle of the field? Right by the center.
Oh my goodness.
They must have touched the center because the center, let's see. Rhodes is saying that he was hit. At least that's what he's signaling to the sideline.
It's against Denver. It is against Denver.
Personal foul, leverage, defense number 96.
Oh,
that's a 15-yard penalty.
That's a huge.
Oh my goodness.
That is a huge
Automatic
penalty.
first down.
Watch right in the middle here. You see the leverage jumping over the top. That's where the penalty was called, and that's not a little penalty. That's 15-yard penalty.
Now it is a 45-yard field goal with no time left. This for the win. Spencer Schrader. It's good, and the Colts have won.
What a win for the Colts, but you know the Broncos are going to have some questions about that call. Here's the final kick to win the game for the Broncos, or for the Colts.
He was 5 of 5 kicking today, Schrader. He's never missed in his very short NFL career. And he belts home a game-winning 45-yard field goal when it appeared after missing a 60 that the Broncos had won. And then the flag after the ball had missed. And Daniel Jones, in his second start for the Colts, has taken them to another win